Music, good morning. Claps, music, I'm content. Claps, Rise in Fighting World Grand Prix 2016 is presented by the last semi-final bout in the Psy Games. Moldavsky, Amir Aliakbari Valentin. Later this evening, the victor will face Miro Krokop. And this is an intriguing question, you know. Which of these men would you like to encounter if you were Miracle Krokop? Would you rather take on a heavier wrestler or a smaller, more well-rounded man who is closer to your weight? Furthermore, I'm not really sure what Miracle would be thinking in this circumstance. I believe Miracle would like to partner with the less seasoned wrestler, but as we saw yesterday, he got into some problems as soon as you touched him. And that might be accurate. Well, let's get started. Oh, we see that Amir is genuinely hurrying the Russian. That was a wise decision, Heath. Here, Joe Ferrer is accompanied by Heath Herring, the Texas Crazy Horse, and Joe Warren, the world's most evil man. According to what I understand, Amir Aliakbari is hurrying in there to attempt to knock out his opponent. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. It's possible that Moldavsky wants to try to advance Aliakbari to the second or third round, that he's doing a great job of staying upright and doesn't appear to want to fall. Instead, he's attempting to escape Amir. He's throwing powerful shots and working him into a corner. However, I think that this is the type of scenario that we could witness. Yesterday, King Mo and Miro were in a situation where the larger one was able to hit him with some shots. He is undoubtedly capable of harming him. Yes. I mean, Moldavsky is acting in a peculiar way. He's assuming his role. Joe Warren, you made a really wise decision there. He was simply sitting there, approaching too closely. He was taking this altercation into phone booth, which is the last thing you want to do to a wrestler, isn't it? Here, we can see that he is clearly just taking his time and relaxing. He's not rushing. Here on the ground, we will witness Moldavsky's skill at submitting. He's completely at ease, as you can tell. He's currently over the shoulders of Air and locking up. He's imprisoning him. Air finds it really difficult to try to remove that neck. Yes. At this point, I suggest pulling your head back inside and placing it behind your chin. And this is where Amir's punches will do the most harm if he can straighten his posture. Amir is now utilizing a lot more energy than circumstance. In reality, he isn't using any power at all. At the moment, he's simply in a hold. In an attempt to escape, he is essentially forcing Air to bear his burden. Proceed. You're correct. Additionally, you should not put your hand flat on the mat in Jiu-Jitsu 101. And there are circumstances where you can occasionally run into problems when you're a beginner fighter. Here is where you may find the referee. There won't be any submission if the action doesn't continue and you don't see that gun indication. They would be stood up by the referee. However, you know, Amir can now set himself free. I would like to know if it's from, given that Amir gasped a little bit during the first round of the fight, it's possible that Moldavsky's plan was to exhaust himself completely in the first round before applying more pressure in the second. This coaching is evident, Jill. You can tell that Moldavsky is merely attempting to pull him to the body so he can't gain the space he needs to throw those powerful blows, isn't he? Putting forth great effort to free that left leg. You don't want him on a mount or in control. Moldavsky does relinquish high butt back. We're currently around halfway through the round, and we're watching to see if Amir will start gassing once more. Yes. Maybe we'll see someone take to the skies. However, that requires a lot of airborne energy. As you can see, Moldavsky is doing a fantastic job of getting between the ropes to continue positioning that salt. Gentlemen, this is a really technical combat. Yes. And I know that it takes a lot of energy to keep up the pressure on Amir, just as he does as a wrestler. Keep your weight down. It requires a great deal of energy. Heath, that's why you saw him becoming somewhat strained with you.